Excelsior Spring is the brightest jewel that adorns the bosom of grand old Missouri. It is situated in Clay County, the God-discovered country, in the sun-kissed valley of the Fishing River. On the giant, eternal overlooking hills are noble forest trees of great age, tall and sturdy, nature's sentinels that guard well the valley of health below, states William Ellsworth Fowler. The rarity of having 20 separate mineral springs bubbling out 4 distinct varieties of water has given Excelsior Springs the rightful claim of having had the world's greatest of mineral waters, declared the Greater Excelsior Springs Centennial Book, 1880 through 1980. The history of Excelsior Springs will be explained in this video today in 3 distinct areas: the mineral waters and clinics, transportation of the past, and historical tourist attractions. These 3 areas cover the essence of the city of Excelsior Springs. Excelsior Spring was discovered in June of 1880 and found by the merest accident to possess medicinal properties. Harvesters, engaged in cutting wheat where the town now stands, found a stream of clear, cold water issuing from the banks of the Fishing River and remarked that there was a mineral taste to it. A Negro farmer, Travis Melion, whose daughter was badly afflicted with scrofula, heard the ensuing conversation on the healing qualities of mineral springs and resolved to have her drink the water and also bathe her sores. In a few weeks, the girl recovered. In yet another case, Frederick Kugler treated his rheumatic knees and running sore on his leg caused by an old Civil War gunshot wound with the muddy waters of Siloam Springs. Siloam, the iron water upon which Excelsior Springs was founded, was first dipped from a pool formed in the bank, then from a keg sunk in the mud. Soon a small pavilion was built and a pump installed. Later, a large concrete platform with benches for visitors to sit, drink, and eat popcorn, to make them thirsty so they could drink more, was built. There was a demand for more water of the same kind. Therefore, a similar sulfur spring was investigated a few bends down the stream. This was the Empire, later known as Regent. Wood of the cure and fame of the health-giving waters spread far and wide. A few tents, hastily thrown shanties, and some stores were constructed near the waters. In less than 1 year, 200 houses nestled in the valley, while hundreds of visitors had to be content at campfires, under tents, and in shelter of covered wagons. A.W. Wyman, owner of the Siloam Spring, realized the area's possibilities and contacted J.V.B. Flack, a prominent minister of Missouri City. In cooperation with leading members of the community, Dr. Flack had the water analyzed. The report of Wright and Merrill, St. Louis chemist, revealed that the water contained minerals. On August 7, 1880, Dr. Flack and Mr. Anthony Wyman entered into an agreement in Clay County, Missouri, that a survey of town lots be had and laid out and called Excelsior. While Excelsior grew in popularity because of its health-restoring waters, other springs were founded. One was Relief Springs. Another attraction, Superior Springs, was owned and operated by Lily White. According to accounts, a beautiful park surrounds Superior, and it is becoming very popular with visitors who are able to take a morning or evening stroll, as the place is really very charming. Additionally, the Saratoga was constructed. Since the iron waters were too heavy for drinking, Saratoga was found to be ideal. It was named Sleepy Water by visitors. A 1903 brochure stated, "After rounds of the day have been run, the visitor goes to Saratoga for a last or good night whiff." In congestion of the brain, insomnia, hysteria, obesity, and some ailments peculiar to women, the Saratoga has been found of great utility. At this time, many business and professional men, some of whom came to be near the springs for treatment of ills, started clinics and bathhouses in the area. As stated in America's Haven of Health, baths play a prominent part in the Excelsior Springs regime of treatment using the mineral waters. It has been fully recognized that bathing is one of the most valuable curative agents employed in the modern watering place. The McClary Clinic was founded in 1901 by the husband of Mrs. A. S. McClary. In 1957, the McClary Clinic announced its consolidation with Thornton Minor Hospital. The consolidated clinic reopened for business at St. Louis and Thompson Avenues in April of 1960. Originally the Castle Rock Hotel, the Ball Health School purchased the building and built additions to the landmark. The Ball Clinic became one of the largest employers in the area, employing many from out of town as well as in town. The clinic maintained that the famous curative mineral waters, found only in Excelsior Springs, should be made available to patients together with the accompanying massage by masseurs with a year of experience. Dr. John Tyler, a local chiropractor, joined the clinic staff in 1946 and recalled a time when there were 250 to 300 patients at the institution. The clinic continued to operate successfully under the direction of Ball's son until the early 1960s, when the trend began to drift away from clinics for the treatment of arthritis and rheumatism. The Arthritis and Rheumatism Foundation was skeptical of the value of clinics, and legislation was passed denying clinics the rights to advertise. The Ball Clinic closed its doors near the end of 1963. During the late 1880s, visitors were attracted from larger towns and cities because of the accounts of healing waters. Stage lines were pressed into operation from the nearest railroad points of Liberty, Missouri City, Bibbard, Kearney, and Lawson. The Milwaukee line was built in 1887 from Chicago to Kansas City. Later, a line was added to the Pacific Railroad and the Rock Island Line. As early as 1888, a picture showed the Milwaukee station crowded with 20 buses of the Excelsior Springs Company bus line and 80 horses. The Milwaukee station was white inside and out, and the waiting area was often filled with townspeople waiting to greet the dignitaries who came regularly to visit, party, and take mineral water baths. The station agent and his wife lived upstairs. Trains ran between Excelsior Springs and Kansas City at least 9 times per day. The railroad remained in service until the late 1960s. Another important railroad was the Wabash Railway. According to an ad, it is the only line from St. Louis to Excelsior Springs. It operates 8 fast trains daily between St. Louis and Kansas City. About the turn of the century, a railroad right-of-way was cut from Wabash Station to the Milwaukee Station. The engine pushed the combination passenger express coach one way and pulled the other.